Yo, 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 am I live? Yes. We're live, guys. Hello, everyone. I just sent the broadcast for everyone to see. Hi, how is everyone? How's your weekend? Happy Sunday to everyone in the Philippines. Today is Sunday and it's 8 p.m. Hence, you know what is going on and what we are having tonight. Okay, so we are going to talk about freelancing success path. And it might be a little confusing in the beginning because you're like, what is a freelancing success path? I don't even know what that is. I don't even know how to start my freelancing journey. And now you're already talking about success path? Well, that is exactly why I'm talking about it, because I will be talking also about how you can start it. Because in freelancing success path, we're going to talk about where are you going, how or where or what are you going to do for you to begin. So that is what we are going to talk about today, girl, today. And let's see who is here. If you are already here, please say hi, say hello. What are you doing at this Sunday evening? Of course, you're watching me right now. That's what you're doing. So I am a little bit late. I was 1 minute late because you wouldn't know. You wouldn't want to know where I went. Nasty. Whatever. So, I have prepared a very nice visual for you tonight to see. Char. And I'm excited. So this thing that I'm actually going to tell you tonight is something that I created. It doesn't exist. If you try to Google it, you're like, what is this? Why doesn't it exist on Google? It's because I'm the one who created it. It's not because I want to brag about you that I'm the one who created it, but this system is actually very common. Like if you're going to talk with freelancers, if you're going to talk about seasoned freelancers, this is the same path they took. And I don't think there is anybody out there who has created this system or this formula for everyone to follow. Although I made it a little different because this is the success path that I took. And the first few steps of the path is actually the most important. So we have 4 people watching. Hi, Jelena. Hi, Judy. And hi, Zebedea. How are you? How are you? Okay, so we still have 4 people. I'm not sure where are the other ones, but it's okay. And also, if you're watching this as a replay, it's completely fine. I have been receiving messages and saying that, oh my god, Demi, I'm so sorry I missed your live. Dude, it's fine. Don't sweat it. It's okay. As long as you watch the replay, it's good. Like, I honestly, if I go here live and no one is going to watch me, I'm completely okay with that because I'm very used to videos. So it's like, whatever. The reason why I'm creating these videos is not for me, but it is for you. So it is up to you to watch it whenever you want, whenever you can. It's completely fine with me. I'm hands off to that. That is your decision. Okay, so let us start with the pyramid. I'm going to show it to you. Ooh, Captain America. Okay, right here. All right, so this is the rise pyramid, and this is something that I created, obviously. This is also the same path that most freelancers take. So if you can see, it is somehow an inverted pyramid, and there are what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels, and the 5th level is a yellow one and is somehow detached from the rest of the 4, which I'm going to tell you exactly why it's happening and why is it like that. So let us start at the bottommost part of the pyramid. So this is the part where you're going to work for free. I know a lot of people, probably some of you will be like, what? work for free? Why would I want to work for free? I wanted to become a freelancer because I wanted to have financial freedom, etc. And that's completely fine. I understand that. But the reason why you would want to work for free in the very first few, like when you are a beginner, you would want to work for free because number one, you want to collect testimonials. Okay? So before you begin anything, the first thing that you would want to do to start your freelancing career is to work for free. Gather people. If you need help with that, say you need help in working for free so you could gather testimonials, let me know. You can let me know. You can message me. I can message my connections on Facebook if they need anything for free as of the moment or whatever. Or you can also post a Facebook post or an Instagram post that are you looking for someone you can work for free. And don't say that you will work for free for everyone who comments or everyone who likes. You're only just going to work for free for a very few people. Right? So as much as possible, you would want to work at the maximum of 5 people. You're going to work for 5 people for free, no charge, in exchange for a testimonial. Now, why is a testimonial important? Because when you are starting out, the first thing that people would want to see from you is your results. If you are a legitimate person, you're not a scammer, you really know how to do your job. So that is something that people would want to know. And we could easily say that it's okay, I'm good, I'm legit, I'm legitimate, I know my creative process and etc. But if you show them these testimonials, then it's so easy to assure them that you can actually do your job. And that's why you will be working for free. Now, the second one, why you want to work for free, is because you want to know your creative process. Okay? So when you are working for free, this is the first time that you will be working one-on-one with a person. Usually you would want to work for free for a stranger, okay? Not your friends, not your classmates, not whatever that is, because you want to know how to communicate with the person, how to explain to them the things that you were once only explaining to yourself, right? When you are creating something that you are a master of, you are an expert of, say writing or design, you are most of the time you're only talking with yourself. But right now, when you are starting to work for free, you are going to want to communicate with that person. So you would want to know your creative process. Are you going to first ask for the project brief or the project details? Is that what you want to do first? Is having a call with the client something that you would want to do first? What is your process? How do you do it? How often do you want revisions to be done? Where are you going to contact them? So these are very small things, but if you have not experienced it before you actually have a paying client, you would go crazy. This is not to scare you, but it's precautionary measures. If you already identified what your creative process looks like, then it's easier for you to actually show it to people or to actually let other people know that this is it, right? All right, so that is why you work for free. And the reason why it is at the bottommost part of the pyramid is because it symbolizes the amount of money that you're going to earn. As you go up the pyramid, the more money you're going to make. If you're at the bottommost part of the pyramid, of course, most likely you're not going to earn anything if you're working for free, right? Some people would give you like a complimentary money or whatever, like just a very small amount to say thank you, just a simple token. That's what they do. So mostly you will not be earning money in this part of the pyramid. Now, the second one is when you want to work for friends. So working with friends is easier, but sometimes I even know somebody who actually has ruined their relationship just because they work with their friends. So this is the part of the pyramid, or this is part of your freelancing path where you are going to study people. So if the first one is going to be about your creative process and building your testimonials, building your results, building your portfolio, the second one is communication. So you know that your friend is just going to be chill with you, and you're like, oh, can I just pay this much amount for this project that I'm doing with you? So I even have a friend whom I'm not sure if he's going to watch this video or not. His name is KP. He has so many friends that ask him to edit photos because he's really good at Photoshop. And usually the friends would haggle the amount of money that he's going to ask, or sometimes they're not even going to pay for it. So how are you going to communicate with your friends that you need that money, that you need to ask for the payment? So this is where you're going to enhance your communication skills and negotiation and etc. And again, it's not your money that you're going to earn. See, the size of that part of the pyramid is not even that huge. So that is also another sign that you're not going to earn a lot of money from that stage still. And let's move up to the other stage. This one is work for real clients. So this is when you're going to start to work for your real clients. Now, usually the people that you worked for free, if you did a good job for them, they're going to be your real clients in the future. That is, if they like the work that you gave. So I remember back in the day when I was still working for free, my very first book covers that I created for this author, I was the one who made his very first cover of his series. There are 4 books in the series, and we just finished the 4th one. That means I created the entire 4. The first one was for free. I worked with him for free for the very first cover. The second one, he paid for it. The third one, he paid for it. The 4th one, he paid for it still. So there's a huge chance that if you're going to work for strangers for free, and if they like your work, most probably they will be getting you still as what? As their go-to person for the skill that you have. So that is why you start working for your real clients. Now, we're going to talk about client acquisition later, but shortly, because I know you're probably wondering, like, how can we get these people? How can we get people for free? Who can we work for free for, or our real clients, and etc. So we're going to go to that part later, but for now, let's move up to the next step of the pyramid, which is word of mouth does the work. All right, so after you start working with the real clients, if you do the good job, that is why I always emphasize that high quality service is very important, because this can be your shoes, this can be your medium, or basically your car that can help you reach from point A to point B. Because if you do a good job for somebody, even if you don't like that person might be referring you to their friends. And it's easier for their friends to accept you as a go-to person for your skill because you are being referred by their friend. That means something. That means their friend have already tried and tested you, and because they trust that friend, that means they trust you too. So one of the best things that you could do so people would buy from you is to make sure that they know, like, and trust you. And if you already crashed out that trust, then it's easier for you to close the deal because you are being referred to by their friend. All right, so word of mouth is very important, and you can get that, of course, if you offer high quality service. All right, and the last one, the reason why this one is somehow detached from the rest of the 4, because this one is optional. This one is something that not a lot of people take, especially if they're an artist. Okay, so I'll tell you why that is. I know a lot of people that are artists that are very proud about their craft, and oftentimes they don't want to sacrifice their craft and they'd rather raise and raise and raise and raise their prices and have the same number of clients just because they're very what they're very proud about their craft. And I completely understand that because I'm an artist as well. So it's like if I'm doing something, if I'm doing an art, then I would love my artwork to be just by myself. But the reason why you would want to work with others, for example, is because you want to increase your money. You want to increase your revenue. Now, if you're working by yourself, most likely time will come that you're going to have a lot of clients more than you can handle. And you don't want to exchange your health for money. Okay? I have almost done that and it's not good. Okay? So as much as possible, if you already have consistent amount of clients coming in your way and you feel like you're already starting to get overwhelmed and you're starting to not know which one or which client, which project should you do that day, you have to hire somebody. You have to start having someone at at your right hand that can actually help you on what you do. And that is the reason why most artists don't actually do this, because of course they're very proud of their craft and it's very hard to let go of that, especially if you're a creative person, right? But if you want to grow, if you want to help other people grow, then you would want to hire somebody, right? So this is when, just an idea, one of my clients is actually a digital agency CEO. Like he's an owner of a digital agency and he knows how to do everything by himself. So it's very easy to hire people because he knows how to do it himself. But because he has so many clients, he has so many clients that are coming to him, and take note, this is by word of mouth. So clients are coming to him by word of mouth and he is starting to like get crazy and not know which one to do, which project to do. And so he hired me. He hired another person and there's like 3 of us in the team plus him, right? So there's 4 of us. And to give you an idea, this is something that you can do too. If you started freelancing and you feel like you don't want to do the service work anymore, sometimes the service work is actually a pain in the bum because you have to, of course, communicate with clients, and some clients don't really have the right attitude that we are looking for, or some attitudes don't really compensate or contemplate with ours, and usually we get into arguments with clients. If you don't want to deal with that, you can of course hire a person, and that's when you can work with others. Okay, so let's what do you call that, let's deconstruct the pyramid a little bit. So does it mean that this is per stage? This doesn't mean that there's a specific time frame for you to do this. If you're going to work for free this week, then the next week you can start working for friends, then the next week you can work for real clients, right? But the thing I think that will be taking quite long is this one, the word of mouth. Of course, you're going to have to build a client base that is stable, that is probably more than 100 or more than 50, that could relay the information for you. So if you have, say, 20 clients, you have worked with 20 people, and each person is going to tell 2 of their friends, then most likely you're going to have 40 additional clients, right? So it's a numbers game. The more client you get, the more possibility that they will be referring you to other people, of course, if you do good work. That is why it's important to have quality service, which I have emphasized in the blueprint as well. Okay, so what I was saying earlier is there's no specific time frame for you to move up to the next level, but be careful when you're moving up. Okay? Make sure you are ready for it. Don't start working with others if you don't have set stable amount of client flow. If your client flow is sporadic or like very random, this month you have 2, next month you have no one, and then the next month you only have 1, then that's not a good sign for you to actually work with others, right? And if you start working for friends and you haven't figured out how to communicate well with other people, then don't work with real clients yet. But if you're going to join us in Create and Rise Academy, which I will be launching in the middle of June or at the end of June, I will be teaching you how to actually communicate with clients so you can move forward in this too. And most likely you will be starting with this as well, because this one is going to be solved for you. The first stage and the second stage will be solved for you if you will join us in Create and Rise Academy in June, in the middle of June or at the end of June. All right. So, do you have questions and clarifications? Can you comment if you have anything, okay? I'm not going to be staying with you for an hour today because I realized that having an hour live videos is actually very long for replay people to watch. So as much as possible, I will just be staying with you here for 30 minutes and we have 9 minutes more. All right. So, what else can I say here? Oh, work for real clients. So how can you work for real clients? Where can you get them? I have mentioned that already in the previous videos. I said that we do not want, as much as possible, I will be discouraging you to go to freelancing websites like Upwork and Fiverr. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's really good to have an account there and actually have your profile built there. But the reason why I'd like you to have direct client acquisition is because you can choose your clients. You can choose only the rich clients. Like this is the thing, you know? Like you can choose clients that you know that have big bucks to pay you more. So that's one advantage of why I want you to go direct client acquisition. The next one as well, the next what do you call this? The next reason why I want you to go direct client hunting is because you can choose your client hours. Like you can choose the time where you're going to want to work. If you don't want to work at this specific hours, then go for it. If you don't want to work at 7 to 9 a.m., go for it. Like you have the ultimate freedom in freelancing. Excuse me. Why did I burp? You have the ultimate freedom in freelancing if you actually go choose your clients. Okay? And usually this is what I've really been practicing. Like I'd rather have clients that can afford me than the ones who cannot. And usually the people who go to Upwork and freelancing sites are usually the ones that doesn't have the cling, because they're looking for the cheapest they can get. And they're going to sometimes, most likely, they're going to buy you short. That means they're just going to haggle your rates oftentimes, you know, because they know rather you're looking for the job. And no, there's just that. And also there is so much competition in these freelancing sites. Like crazy amount. So wouldn't you rather be in our Filipino folklore, remember one tamad? See, wouldn't you rather climb up the tree and get the apple rather than sit in there and wait until the apple falls in your mouth? So, of course, if I am being asked that question, I would rather go climb the tree, girl. I would rather climb the tree because that's how my mind goes. Like I would rather make this work rather than wait for something to work, right? So Izuri says she's late at 20 minutes, 23 minutes. All right, so that's okay. I'm sorry, but I have to end in 5 minutes. Okay, so my live videos are going to be short, and of course you can always watch the live video. All right, so let's go back a little bit to the pyramid. All right, so again, this one up here is optional, but of course completely viable and completely doable. So you can of course work with others, that's completely fine, right? And yes, so work for free, again, just to recap, work for free is when you are trying to build your testimonials and your portfolios and etc. Of course, that's what this is. And take note, this is the very first one that you would want to do before you jump into a freelancing career. Gather results, gather testimonials, gather everything that you can so you can show the client that you have results. When you have results, it's easier to charge yourself what you think you are worth. Okay? Because they cannot say anything with it. They cannot say, oh, let me haggle your rates because you are this. Meh. So it's easier for you to say no because I have results, I have experience, I know what I am doing, so you better charge me more. You better pay me more, you know? Like it's easier for us to demand a certain amount if we have results or things that we can show to these people. All right? And the second one, of course, work for friends, develop your communication skills. This is how you can make sure that you can talk to people regardless of what they're going to tell you. Like, talk to people with authority, with professionalism, even though you want to scream in front of your computer. That's what I do. I just scream in front of the computer when sometimes I get frustrated about something. I just scream in front of the computer because I can't do anything, you know? Like, I can't just tell the client there, I get frustrated sometimes, of course, in the things that I do, but of course, we have to stay professional to what do you call this, to keep our names clean, because it's so easy for us to go viral in social media nowadays and ruin our entire freelancing business. So we don't want to do that. As much as possible, we want integrity, we want honesty, we want reliable, high quality service that we can offer to other people. And of course, we are Filipinos, we are hardworking people. It's very easy for us to do that, all right? So, our next one is work for real clients. As I have discussed earlier, this is when you're going to start to get paid and, of course, get more professional. Have your contracts in, have your project briefs in, that one. And of course, if you have already built the client base that you want, then they're going to start to spread the word. They're going to start spreading information about you. And again, this is a numbers game. The more clients you work with, the more possibilities you're going to have for referrals. All right? Oh, also, speaking of referrals, it's so easy to incentivize your clients to actually tell their friends about you. All right? So, this is what I actually did. I have an affiliate program that when my clients are already done having a project with me, for example, say we had a project and we just finished it, I would tell my client, hey, I would actually like to incentivize you if you plan on spreading my information, or if you have friends that need my services, I'd like to give you $50. So I incentivize them with money, or however you can incentivize them, so they would be motivated to actually tell other people or their friends about your information. If you don't incentivize them, it's not very much likely that they will spread the word about you. So there are so many things you can do to incentivize your clients to tell your information, to tell their friends about your information. It's either you can offer them another free service, or you can offer them cash. So either or, you can do that. Just incentivize them so that your information will be spread more often. All right? And again, it's easier for them to say yes to you because you're giving them something, right? So course, people want something for free. And it's so easy to just tell their friends, like, hey, I have this person. I have Demi. She is doing graphic design. Do you want to work with her? And if their friend said yes, then that client is going to talk to me and say, hey, Demi, I have a friend, blah, blah, blah. And so I give that person $50 or whatever incentive that you want to give to that person, right? So that's how you can help your clients spread your word of your word, yes, or your information or your work. So another way, of course, of having more people refer you is just high quality service. Like if you have done a really good job in what you do or what you are planning to do, then it's so easy for that person to just say, here's this person, he's really good at it. Even without incentive, like even without incentives, they would do it because they just love you. Like they just love what you did for them. They think you're a blessing. And that's why most often they would spread the word without incentives. All right. And this one, work with others, is when you are hiring people. Again, if you already have consistent client base, do not jump into from one level to another if you don't think you're ready yet. Okay, so measurement whenever you're ready. For example, how would you know if you can jump in from working for free to work for friends? Easy. If you already know what your creative process looks like, if you already have tons of testimonials, then you can jump into the next level. How would you know if you're going to have how would you know if you can jump from working for friends to working for real clients? So if you think you can resolve whatever like communication barriers that you have with the people that you're close with, then most likely you would be able to process or to communicate well with your real clients. And this one, there's no need for you to jump from here to here because your client is going to do this stage for you. So you don't need to do this. Again, your clients are going to be the one doing that for you. All right? Ding, 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 ding. And of course, when are you going to be ready to work with others? One sign is you're starting to get overwhelmed. Okay? There's just so many projects in your plate right now that you are not sure if you should do this or this project or this project. Which of the projects should I do today? Which of this should I do next week? Which of this has a high priority? When you're starting to think like that, when you're starting to grow crazy, that's when you want to start hiring people. The second one also, I will require you to have all these things checked before you actually start working with others. The second one is when you are starting to have consistent flow of clients. Okay, when you are still starting to chase one client from another, that's not a good sign that you have to hire, because you are still chasing clients. You're still looking for consistent client flow. So that means you're not ready yet, because I did that one time when I did not have a consistent client flow yet, and I hired actually my best friend to help me with things, and it ended up that I was not able to send her money because I do not have money myself. So that's one of the mistakes that I want you to avoid, okay? Don't work with others, don't hire people yet if it's too early. You would know if it's too early if you do not have consistent amount of clients yet. All right. So, if you have questions and clarifications, message me or comment here in the comment section, and I will be getting back to you soon. All right, so we're ending in a minute. If you have questions right now, please do type it in. I'll give you 2 minutes to do that. Okay, so let's read the comments. Izary says Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Good point. I know Maslow's hierarchy of needs for a long time. That was like one of the theories that we studied back in college. Now, I'd like to also have that in one of the live videos, because that's where you can actually see how you can sell more to people, because those are the needs that humans want or humans need. And if you know what are these needs, and if you can create a product that actually is what satisfying those needs, then most likely are they going to pay for you for it. So I'll discuss that soon enough. Hi, Angeline. How are you? We have 7 people still. Do you have questions? No, doesn't look like it. Okay, so I will be, what do you call this? I'll be leaving. And of course, you can message me anytime if you do not know yet. I actually reply to messages personally. I have been talking to a lot of people lately. You can message me on my page anytime. Yes, and my personal Facebook account is not really that much active. So if you're following me there, then you'll not see me often there. You will be seeing me more on my Facebook page. All right, all right. All right, so you have questions and clarifications, so you want to talk with me or you want to have a conversation with me on things, then we can, of course, have that in the message box on my Facebook page. And also, by the way, if you have downloaded the blueprint and you're not sure what the next step is going to be, I'm still receiving questions and clarifications about it, please do make sure that I listed 6 things there in the blueprint, right? I listed 6 things, and you can start assessing yourself if you have those 6 things or not. And if not, then what can you do to get those 6 things? All right? So that's your first assignment. And then we'll have video training, and then we'll also have what do you call this? We'll also have that course on June, middle of June, or at the end of June. All right. So Isari says, I have clients, pero I do my stuff for free kasi kamag-anak. I give it off as gifts. My focus, and I'm open at pen portraiture. After that, some people want to be my clients. Okay, so you have to stop working for free. That's it. That's the easiest solution. Even though they would say they're relatives, I have tons of relatives that are asking me to do design for them, but sometimes you just have to say no. Learn how to say no. Just say no, this is my way of living, this is it. Stop. Like, if you want to have me do work for you, then you have to pay me this amount. And then, of course, as much as possible, you can, of course, offer them discounts, but don't sell yourself short to the point that it's going to be for free, right? So I'm also going to show you, actually, can you, Isari, if you can message me tomorrow morning, I will send you what do you call this? Like a map on how you decide if you should work free for that person or not. So I have like a map here. It's not actually mine, but it's one of the illustrators that I follow, Jessica Hish. She's a logo type designer, and she has like this map where that can help you decide if you want to work for free or not. So again, if you want to stop your overwhelm, just quit working for free, because you have to know how to value your time. Okay, time is money, and if you don't know how to value your time, most likely you're not going to have money. So of course, value your time, pay yourself, have other people pay for you even though they're relatives. And if they say that bakit ayaw mo mag-work or gawin ito, bakit ayaw mong gawin to, relative ka naman namin, or something like that, don't listen. Just say, whatever, like, this is my way of living, why don't you respect my way of living? Okay, give and take, or leave me or take me, right? So if you don't want me to do the design for you, then go ahead, find somewhere else who can do it for free. But for me, I'm not going to do it for free anymore. This is my way of living. You have to be authoritative as well to tell them that, because of course, time is money, and if you're not going to value your time, most likely you're not going to have money. Okay, so Tintin says, "Hi Demi, I wasn't able to access downloaded blueprint on CP. Should it be opened on laptop or PC?" Sure, it can be opened on both laptop and PC, or I can send you the individual one so you can download it from Messenger and then you can read it from there. But I don't think I'll have the time tonight because I have something else to do after this live video. So I will be contacting you again tomorrow. Just message me on my Facebook page and I will send it to you personally. Okay? So, yes, Isari, just stop working for free. Okay? Just, be authoritative and learn how to say no when you have relatives that are like that. Okay? So, Isari says thank you. You're welcome. And of course, I will see you in the. Oh, Jen. Hi Demi, how long have you been working as a freelancer? I have been working as a freelancer for almost 2-3 years now. I was supposed to be a teacher and supposed to be a kindergarten teacher for a year. I worked for a year. So I graduated as an early childhood educator. I was supposed to be a kindergarten teacher when I graduated. I passed the licensure exam. And yes, I took the licensure exam, okay? And I taught for a year, and then the workload was just crazy. Like, I cannot handle it, and I just cannot see myself teaching for many, many, many years from now. So I was in a constant search and battle for myself, with myself rather, trying to find what is it really that my fulfillment is. So that is why I'm here. Thank you so much. I'll try to download it on PC. Okay. Sige, I'll go na. I'm sweating. Oh my god. Alright, so I'll see you in the next one. Yeah. Message me anytime if you have questions. I'm reachable via my Facebook page. Okay? Bye.